Okay, we're gonna try that again. Looks like we are live. Let's see. I always want to make sure I get the chat in front of me for everything, for Facebook and LinkedIn in particular. Let me make sure this is all running. Looks like we've got YouTube up. Now DLive is up. And now Twitch is up. One at a time. LinkedIn is up. Great. Hello, and we are sending data to Facebook. All right, let me make sure I have this chat up now. Great. Great. Got it. Pinned chat. All right, I've got a thing. Welcome to Mythbuster Monday. Oh, it's really cool. This is the first time I've actually had now live chat going on my Piece of Persistence page on YouTube as well. We are finally in all the places. Ha ha ha. All right. That's good. Facebook. I'm not convinced Facebook is working. But, you know, what I'm seeing actually right now on Facebook is my friends, my sweet friends who have lost their dog. And, you know, that's such a sad thing to lose a loved one, whether it's a beloved pet or another member of the family or a partner or a friend or family member. I don't know why Facebook doesn't seem to be working, so we're gonna have to let that go for today. But that's okay. It's okay, one thing at a time. I've got all of my other streaming communities, so that's great, and LinkedIn also seems to be working. Let's see if I refresh this. Anyway, hi everybody. Happy Friday. It's kind of a funny time of day for me to be doing this. It's like that hour in the States anyway, where everybody just kind of is, if you're working, you're probably driving back from work. So it's kind of a funny time to be doing this, but I want to stay true to my Mythbuster Monday habit. I like doing this on Mondays. I like doing it a lot on Mondays. It's a really good way for me to start the week. And what's really cool is that I get to start this particular stream with a brand new webcam. Much thanks to my mom and dad, who sent me this really cool thing called CenterCam for Christmas. I believe if you go to thecentercam.com, put that in there, thecentercam.com, you can see where I got my new camera. And what's really cool about it is it kind of like hangs down on my computer so that I can put it right in the middle. So it looks like, and in fact I am, talking directly to you. So that's, I think, really cool. I love having that, and I'm super glad that that's there, so that when I'm like looking at the chat, I'm actually really looking at you. So I don't know, that's a nice little plus. I have a feeling it's going to be a very quiet day, and that's okay. Maybe some of you will get to see this on the replay. But I wanted to talk today about, we're still on our confidence kick, but I think a lot of people think that confident people shut down negative emotions, quote unquote negative emotions. And in fact, I work with a whole process called positive intelligence, right? Which is all about really getting out of your survival mechanism and into this place of ease and flow. So you're getting out of the limbic system, for those of you who are neuroscience nerds like I am. Hello, Dead Aesthetic. Good to see you here today. So for those of you who are into neuroscience, you're getting out of that limbic system and you're getting into your medial frontal cortex. It's a really great practice to be able to get into a place where you're able to be more innovative, more good at exploring, better with gratitude and knowing what really matters and what doesn't. It's sort of this really wonderful place of ease and flow. And I love that methodology. I love the guy who created it, Shirzad Chamine. I think he's wonderful. But one thing I kind of sometimes disagree about is the distinction between positive and negative emotions. Of course, there are emotions that we want to highlight, that we want to have more of in our lives, right? That make us feel good. And there are other emotions that we don't want to spend as much time in. But the reason why I have a hard time calling them negative emotions is because they give us information. And Shirzad knows this, the guy who created positive intelligence. He's aware of that, of course. He likes to refer to it as the hot stove. Like if you put your hand on the hot stove, it's giving you a signal that's like a negative emotion. Like maybe you get mad, maybe you get sad, maybe you get jealous, maybe you get frustrated, maybe, I don't know, name the emotion where you feel triggered, right? That's when you put your hand on the hot stove. It's like, But the problem is a lot of us stay there and we kind of wallow, right? And his technique is a way to get out of that wallowing. So that's a lot of the work that I do with clients. But I think that there's another step. Some of this comes from the work that I've done with Josh Pais. For those of you who don't know Josh Pais, I've talked about him here a couple of times. He's a really wonderful, amazing human. Hello, Stone Nerd. Happy to see you today. Thank you for being here. Monster J in the house. Hi. How's the family doing today? Good to see you guys. Happy Friday. My East Coasters my West Coasters, bouncing in. It is an awkward time to be doing this stream on the East Coast because it's like 5:20. Anybody who's commuting is commuting right now. And my brain just went, oh shoot, I have to leave soon. I can't quit you guys. I can't quit you. You guys are awesome. Yeah, so basically, thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Thank you so much. Those of you who are watching this elsewhere on YouTube or Twitch or LinkedIn, if you're not aware of my amazing live stream habits, that is an amazing person, Monster J, supporting me right now by gifting a 1-month subscription to our friend Stone Nerd Excludiotic. Thank you so much for doing that, Monster J. You're the bestestest. I really appreciate you. But yeah, so, okay, I'm going to go back a little just to recap. So when you get those negative emotions, quote unquote, negative, I don't really call them negative. No, please do not apologize for that. I left it on purpose because I know we all like that. I'll shut it off when I'm ready to shut it off. So you get this signal, right? Something happens, you're triggered, you're either like nervous or angry or sad or upset or etc., etc. Oh, I did it backwards. Well, thank you, Stone Nerd Excludiotic, for giving the gift sub to Monster. Sorry that I did that backwards. Now, see, here's a good example, right? Like, I just screwed up. And now maybe I would feel a quick, like, embarrassment, right? Or maybe I would feel a quick, like, guilt that I had said the wrong thing. So that emotion, right? If I feel that emotion, I go, oh crap, and I take my hand off the hot stove and I just go, oh, I need, this is telling me something. I need to say, oh, sorry, I got it wrong. Actually, thank you so much, Stone Nerd, for giving that sub to Monster J. That's awesome, because you want to, of course, be grateful to the right person. You want to honor the right person. You want to acknowledge the right person. Thank you for the sub. Very much, Stone Nerd. Really appreciate that. You guys are the best. Seriously. Both of you. All of you. And the thing is, some people, right, they kind of like freak out. Oh, you just figured out how to gift a sub. Nice. Thank you for doing that. But some people, right, hi Blake, we would get like really upset about that. Some people would be very ashamed about a mistake that they've made, right?
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. Monster has been here. Monster J has been here for a lot longer than 2 months, but there's a 2-month sub streak. Thank you for that, and thank you for gifting sub back to Stone Nerd Excludiotic. Look, I really freaking appreciate it. Every little bit goes a really long way, honestly. I subscribe to other streamers as well. I like to support the community, and it's really helpful to have people's support. So I'm just always really grateful for every donation and everybody who stops by and hangs out with me. It's like having a family. You guys are amazing. I really love it. Monster J. How are you, Blake? It's good to see you all. As I was saying, so basically some people, right, they would if they made a mistake, they'd get very upset. And they'd let that mistake just keep bothering them and bothering them and bothering them and cooking up. Thank you so much, NSE. Appreciate it. Thank you for the ice cream donation. It's really good to see you guys. Have you ever felt that way where you've made a mistake, right? Now, that was just an example of like a silly mistake. But sometimes you make like a big mistake. You feel really guilty about it and you can't let go of that guilt. And you just wallow in it and you obsess about it. And then you get the thing that really is a problem is when you get really upset that you're feeling that way, right? And then you're like, no, I don't want to feel this way anymore. I want to shut this off. Thank you so much. Good to see you, NSC. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful Friday. The problem is, right, when we go, I don't want to feel this way anymore. When you either tunnel vision into the feeling, so you're locked into that like survival mechanism and you can't get out, or on the other side, when you go, I don't want to feel this anymore, get me out of this feeling, I'm gonna just play on Facebook, or I'm gonna watch TV, I'm gonna take some drugs, I'm gonna do anything and everything I can to not feel this feeling. And I understand it, right? Like, I really do. Sometimes I get that way too. But honestly, running away from the feelings doesn't help. Keeping your hand on the hot stove, letting yourself obsess about the feelings doesn't help. But also, running away from the feelings also doesn't help, because what it tells your body, what it tells your nervous system, what it tells your psyche is, I don't deserve to feel these feelings. I'm not worthy of these messages that you're trying to send me. I don't want to hear them. I'm putting them out. I'm done. And you shut yourself down, and it actually causes more depression. And for those of you dealing with seasonal depression in the winter, for those of you dealing with depression in general or anything else like that, the worst thing you can do is try to disengage, get away from people, hide, watch television, get distracted by technology. Hi, Miss Thunder, good to see you. Disengaging is really the worst thing you can do. Disengaging from people, disengaging from your feelings, disengaging from what's really going on is actually like the hardest thing for us. And I know like we all want a break, right? So take a break, but don't get so far removed from what's actually going on that you start to numb your feelings, because that actually causes more depression and more pain and more problems. I've been there too, Miss Thunder. And in fact, like, I sit here and I talk about this stuff because I know about it. Right? It's really easy for a life coach to just pretend like she's perfect all the time. But listen, I deal with depression. I work with these methodologies and I have a lot of tools, but sometimes I get upset. And like last week, I just binge watched a whole bunch of TV. It was lovely in a way, but I got really, really, really depressed. And so on Saturday, I spent a large part of the day meditating, mostly on my particular situation. And I was thinking a lot about what's going on in my life and what I want differently and how I want to engage with the world. And it reminded me that, in fact, if I want to receive love, I need to give love. And so I started making phone calls and leaving people little voice messages afterwards to say, you know what? I freaking love you. Thank you for being in my life. You're so important to me, and I don't know what I would do without you. Right now, like, I actually called somebody and said, I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for the love that you give me. And I'm just sending you so much love to you and everyone that you love out there right now. It's like anti-jealousy message. Oh, Dead Aesthetic, thank you for saying that. I really, really appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. I love you too, Miss Thunder. You guys are wonderful. So yeah, I just want to encourage you and take a moment right now. Let's try this one little thing. I'm actually going to turn off my alert box for just a second. And I just want you to take a moment. If you are not driving, if you are driving and listening to this, please keep your eyes open. But if you are here with me, we're just going to take a couple more minutes. I want you to just close your eyes with me. This music's a little chipper. Let me see if I can pick something else. Give me 1 second. Let's see. I think the next thing ought to do it. Yes, that is much chiller. Okay. So, I want you to just close your eyes with me for one moment. I'm glad you came here too, Stone Nerd. It's good to see you. Just close your eyes with me for one moment. And whatever you're feeling at this moment, I want you to take a breath. And just notice your breath. Don't try to change it. Just notice the way your body moves as your breath goes in and out. And I want you to feel whatever it is that you're feeling right now. Some of you are saying, I really needed this. So tap into that feeling. Either you could tap into the feeling of how you're feeling right now, or tap into the feeling that you were having before you got here. That whatever that feeling is, if you can access that again, that feeling that was digging at you or triggering you or making things feel difficult for you, I just want you to take a moment and feel that feeling. Allow yourself to feel that in your body. Don't label it. You don't need to call it, anxiety, paranoia, whatever, you don't need to call it anything. I just want you to acknowledge, just notice what it feels like in your body. Do you feel, like right now I feel a tingling at this moment. I feel like this tingling feeling all up and down my arms, almost like a chill. And my neck feels a little tight. And I feel some warmth. For me, If I had to label it, I would label it maybe gratitude. And I feel like a warmth behind my smile. And just take a moment. I'm going to be quiet for a second. Allow you to really notice the feelings that you're feeling. And as you feel those sensations in your body, don't judge them. Just notice them. See if they change. Keep breathing, keep noticing your breath. But just give yourself this moment to allow your feelings, whatever they are, to be okay. And see if there's anything they're trying to tell you. Is there any action you want to take? And think to yourself, what is it like to just be with myself in this moment? No judgment. Just love. Now slowly notice your breath again if you've lost track of it. No worries if you did. When you're ready, just slowly open your eyes. How was that for you guys? We take a lot of time. Hello, Vini. Welcome. Welcome. Happy to see you here. We take a lot of time. We are very productive. Yeah. Well, and me, Monster J. You know, I love you very much. But part of this work that I do focuses on two primal choices in life. And often our choices are between love and fear. That's really, it's like those are the two primal forces that make up everybody and every experience. You know, it's totally normal if you don't give yourself a chance to really be with yourself very often, to just be. Sometimes we miss ourselves. I know that sounds crazy, but we're so productive. We're so focused on getting things done or kind of numbing ourselves, right? Like we don't hang out with ourselves very often. That's where the love comes for yourself too. It's like just being. We're so focused on doing all the time. We forget to just be. Like kids are really good at just being. They color, they just hang out, they finger paint. Like, oh my gosh, like babies are the best meditators. Unless they're crying. But you know, I love you too. Yeah, so basically when we're choosing fear, that's the limbic system. That's our survival mechanism. That's that hot stove feeling. And if you notice your feelings are quote unquote negative, you're probably hanging out in that hot stove feeling. But if you give yourself a moment to stop, you don't have to close your eyes. You can just quiet everything else and really stop and take an assessment and say, what am I feeling right now? What's going on in my body? What are my molecules doing? What is my body trying to tell me? What are my emotions trying to tell me? Listen to yourself. That'll give you a good opportunity when you come back into the moment to get back into the other part of your brain that's all about ease and flow. It's all about gratitude. It's all about love. It's all about deep empathy, not just for other people, but also for ourselves. That's where that love comes from. And yeah, it's crazy. Every time, like, the more I do this work, the more I realize how true it is. It is true. Every choice boils down to love or fear. It's not love versus hate, it's love versus fear. So if something's freaking you out, what would happen if you answered the problem with love? I was feeling really rejected last week. You know, I think sometimes I think I can't show my vulnerability because I'm a coach and I want people to think that I'm perfect. But I was really down last week. I was really depressed. I was really sad. I was really lonely. And I was feeling a lot of rejection. Sometimes it's hard to just be authentic in this world, and sometimes there's rejection, you know? But the truth is, when I come into this sort of work, when I drop into a meditation, when I'm just with myself, when I'm with you beautiful people, and when I'm really checking in the moment, I give myself the love that I need. So even if I'm not getting it from other people, it's okay. And I'm okay. And I feel so much better. So just wanted to bring that to you guys today. I'm realizing I have to get going, which I don't like. I don't love that. I'm going to turn my alert box on just for a second. But I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful for every one of you who came through. Vini, to answer your question, I'm actually not that tall. It's just my camera. Thanks again to my mom and dad for buying me this new camera. It's called Centercam. I'm pretty happy about it. You can go to thecentercam.com if you want to check it out. But that way now it looks like I'm actually looking at you guys. How cool is that? I love it. Thank you everybody who joined me tonight. I'm glad that some of you are feeling better, that some of you I hope are feeling held. We really need that. Hey Joe, how are you, Demon Rider? Good to see you here. It has been a while, it has. I'm sorry this is gonna be a short stream. My day got away from me. And I'm gonna go see a movie tonight. Because sometimes you just need to give yourself a nice time. So I'm going to go do that too. We're going to go see, what is it? The Kingsman. The Kingsman. I'm excited. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but I'm hoping going to be a really good time. Yeah, it's just been so quiet and so difficult in this winter with COVID. I just want to share a lot of love with you guys and say I hope you're taking care of yourselves. If you need anything, please reach out to me. You know I'm here for you. I always want to be here for you. And yeah, I've decided since Saturday I want to be the love fairy from now on. And a good recommendation for any of you who are grieving, who are going through grief during this time. I just watched a really wonderful series called Afterlife with Ricky Gervais on Netflix. Beautiful, beautiful series about grieving. And he realizes in his grief that the thing that's worth living for is giving love to other people. So I'm kind of feeling that too. So if you're feeling down, I just want to encourage you guys. Oh yeah, Dead Aesthetic, you love that show too. Awesome. I'm really happy you're here today. It's nice hanging out with you. So yeah, if you need anything, I'm here. And I'm learning, and I think it's a really wonderful lesson that if you're feeling down, a wonderful way to respond to it is by giving love to other people, by reaching out to people that you love and telling them that you love them. And I guarantee, even though that's not the reason for doing it, that you're going to get a lot of love back. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. Sending you guys a lot of love from me tonight. Let me see if I can, on the DLive side of things, send a host over before I go. Thank you so much to Monster J and Stone Nerd for those gifted subs to each other. You guys are the sweetest. NSC, you're a towel. Thank you so much also for your donations as well. I really appreciate you guys being here today, every one of you who came through. Let's see, who can we host today? Hello, Pustrataler. Good to see you. Let's send a host over to our friends at Chill Collective. They're playing Minecraft. It's a fun, nice little thing. Go send him some love if you're watching me on DLive right now. And if you are not, either way, I hope I see you again soon. I will be on DLive and Twitch tomorrow with my favorite co-host, BK Johnson. If you're 18 and over and you want to come join us for a sex and relationship advice stream, we will be on dlive.tv/sexytime. You can also come join us at Twitch at Sexy Time Podcast. I don't remember what we are on YouTube, but we're all over the place, and you can find us on a podcast too. Thank you so much, Joe. Good to see you all here. And again, if you're around tomorrow at 7 p.m., we'll be talking about toys. So it'll be a good time if you want to join us at dlive.tv/sexytime. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a really beautiful day, and I'm sending you a whole lot of love. And I hope you can send some more of that love to yourself as well. Have a beautiful, beautiful Monday. Cheers.